Hi guys, today I'm going to make banana nut bread. It's really easy to do, just takes a few bananas, some nuts, sugar, butter, a few other ingredients. So let's go ahead and get started. This recipe calls for 3 bananas and you want them just on the verge of going bad. I mean really ripe bananas. And these qualify, so let me go ahead and peel these up, put them in there, and then we're going to mash them. Now typically you would use a potato masher to mash these. And I can't seem to locate the potato masher. Maybe it got loaned out or something. What I do have is I have this pastry cutter. You know, if you have a potato masher, a pastry cutter, or a fork, anything will do. So we'll just get these in there real quick like and get them smashed up. Okay, so now that our banana's pretty well mashed up, and I just moved over to a fork. You could also use a food processor with this. We just set this aside for right now, and we'll go on with our dry ingredients, which is going to be 2 cups of flour, all-purpose flour. And to that, I'm just going to add a teaspoon of baking soda, a teaspoon of baking powder, and a teaspoon of salt. And then we're just going to take a whisk, and we're going to whisk that together for about 1 minute. Now we're going to move over to the mixer here. And I've got a stick of butter melted to room temperature. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that in. And get that completely open there. Just drop it in there like so. And 1 cup of regular granulated sugar goes into that. Now if you don't have one of these mixers or a mixer, you can certainly do this by hand. These are half cups, so I'm just going to go ahead and double up. Yeah, you could definitely do this by hand. And so let's just go ahead and turn this on and get this creamed up. And with everything pretty well combined, I'm going to just go ahead and add my banana mixture right back into that. Let that go for a minute. And then to that, I'm just going to add some vanilla. Alright, to this I want to add 2 eggs, just one at a time. So I'll get my first one in here and start things back up. Let it do its thing. And I'll grab my second one. Alright. Got my 2 eggs in there. Next I need a splash of vanilla. Say about 1/4 teaspoon. And that looks about right. And you could put just a tiny bit of milk if you want to. I'm going to leave that out. Alright, now we're ready for the final ingredients. For that, I'm going to use 1 cup of chopped walnuts, if I can get them all in there and not on the ground, or counter. And 1/3 cup of chocolate chips. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get that going. Get that started to mix in. And then I'm going to go ahead and get my rye mixture. Incorporating that. So we just pull that off into there. And if you don't have the mixer, you can do this by hand, but this is pretty easy. And when it just comes together nicely, if you can see that, and incorporates itself, we're going to go ahead and cut that off. I'll get our pan ready and we'll pan it up. I've got my oven preheating to 325 degrees. I've lightly greased my pan, and you just put your mixture in there like so, making sure we get everything in there. I'm just going to give it a nice drop or two to make sure any air bubbles are out. And then it's into the oven for 1 hour and 10 minutes. My banana nut bread has been in for exactly an hour and 10 minutes, and I'm going to do the stick test. Now if I hit a chocolate chip, that's going to kind of counteract everything. But I haven't hit a chocolate chip, and actually it feels a little moist. So even though it's been an hour and 10 minutes, let me give it one more try in a different spot. That's pretty much the middle. Yep, it's moist. Actually have to give it a little longer. I pulled my bread out, and I see I put a little bit too much in this pan because I got a little bit hanging over the end here. But I just stuck this in there and it did just fine. Everything's nice and dry, so we're good to go. And now I'm going to make 5 more of these all at once. So if you make this, please let me know how it turned out and if you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, subscribe, and we'll see you in another video.